Our next guest has been called one of the premier hip-hop emissaries. Grammy-winning rapper Chainz is known as one of the most influential talents in music, who's produced #1 albums and multi-platinum singles. He's collaborated with some of the biggest names in music, from Lil Wayne to Drake to Chance the Rapper, and now he's revealing the secrets to his success and the hard journey that got him to the top of the charts. His new memoir is called The Voice in My Head Is God. You can buy it right now by scanning the QR code on your screen. Errol Barnett sat down with him earlier this week.
And Chainz joins us now. Good morning, Chainz. We appreciate you being here with us. Your book is about the voice in your head being God as a young person, not as an adult now. I think it's quite a powerful concept. Explain what you mean by that.
The Voice in My Head is God is a book based on intuition. I feel like intuition is a sixth sense. I have used it to navigate as a navigational tool throughout my whole career. This book is put out there to motivate and to educate those who don't understand what that something told me feeling is. Something told me to do this, or something told me not to do this. So I write about how my lifelong journeys and the voice in my head essentially got me to right here where I am right now in front of you.
But when you were younger, because you write about being raised by your mother, a single mother, having turbulent times, being involved in some things that you didn't know or realize were illegal at the time, you still had that voice in your head and pursued a specific goal and a journey. You did well in school. At the time, what did you think that voice was? And how can other young people channel it?
Well, what happened was, you have to live long enough to understand this concept.
Yeah.
This is something that I couldn't have imagined trying to write as a teenager or even early in my 20s. So in the book, I touch on these different stories and how the voice wasn't so clear or loud at the time. When I became old enough to reflect and to think back on how this is a real thing, this is an inner monologue, this is my divine guidance every day on making business decisions, on what routes to take, on what outfit to wear, and things of that nature. And so me being a rap artist and knowing that certain people might expect something from me, this book touches on people outside of hip hop. It speaks on my evolution, and it also touches on my legacy. So although I endured a lot of things as a child, as I got older, I realized the things that were around me, my mom, my wife, the females that have this overwhelming power of intuition. I feel like women are superheroes. That's a chapter in my book. But it's just all these things that I went through and these different circumstances I attribute to this voice. And when I listen to the voice and it's out of love, it's been great outcomes.
And you're close with your mother. Miss Epps is here with you today. The bond is real. What I think is also fascinating is you are known as a phenomenal lyricist, humorist. Rappers are cerebral. It's all about how you think. You now have 3 children. Your oldest is 17, I understand. How do you instill in them the right way to channel this voice, which you admit takes time to realize its value and to block out negative internal thoughts?
Well, I also learned throughout the book that your environment plays a heavy part in what you become, right? And so I have this in their environment. It's not a situation where I'm being too preachy or too teachy. I'm showing them through example. I'm asking my kid a question. I'm saying, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? What is that voice telling you? I'm giving them like mini pop quizzes, and they don't realize what's going on. So I'm teaching them through experience.
What were the biggest challenges growing up that now as an adult? Because look, the world is still an unstable place and people still have it rough. But what was the biggest challenge you had growing up that sticks with you as a lesson now?
One of the challenges for me growing up was being an only child. Not really having a big brother, big anything, you know what I'm saying? Just being an only child, navigating through a lot of street life situations, right? Not having a real true best friend, no one to like have that release valve to. So the book is really therapeutic for me. It's a way that I was able to put some literature down to really escape some of the stuff that I've been through and been holding on to. So, you know, a lot of that was just me feeling alone a lot of times.
So then that's a common thing people deal with across the country right now, loneliness, feeling isolated.
Absolutely.
What's your one message to them that you think they need to hear?
If you think you're alone, you're not alone. You know, you're not the only one that feels that way. When I started writing this book about the voice in my head, and I would talk to people, and I was like, have you ever had this voice where it says, something told me to come here, and then you see somebody that you hadn't seen in a while, or you run into a great situation, and that's how it is when you think, anytime you think you're the only one, you're not the only one. And I hope that that helps you get to the next day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful message. It's an awesome book. 2 Chainz, great to meet you. Thank you for
man.
being here. The Voice in My Head is God. It's now on sale. Scan the QR code on your screen to buy it and learn more about 2 Chainz' inspiring journey.